Dandadan might have just had its wackiest, funniest, and maybe craziest episode ever. Yes, that's right, the banger anime Dandadan is back with another episode of its second season, an episode where Momo and Okarun actually kiss? The shippers out here are actually up so freaking good, man. Hello everyone, I'm Finn. Welcome back to finnfilms. Join me once again as we are discussing everything that happened on the newest episode of Dandadan, Dandadan Season 2, Episode 10, in a nutshell. So last time on Dandadan, Okarun went full OP anime pro tag, fighting the yokai spirit Evil Eye. Okarun, after his training arc, actually managing to beat him and convincing him to give control back to Gigi. In exchange, Okarun will fight Evil Eye once a week to make this evil spirit happy. Gigi now can go back to a normal life. Well, at least as normal as his life can be, as he still does transform into Evil Eye with a splash of water. But at least this evil yokai isn't hell-bent on destroying all humans. Episode 9 ending as Momo discovers the location of Okarun's other missing family jewel. Yeah, I bet a lot of people forgot about that plotline from Season 1. Episode 10 opens as we see the morning routine of one of Okarun's classmates, a strange, weird as hell nerdy dude. This kid acting like he's the coolest, most handsome, and badass guy in the world. My man singing his heart out and dancing as he walks to school in a series of scenes that have already become a banger meme overnight. My man's confidence is sky high. This dude exudes aura at a level that no other mortal man could even come close to trying to possess, at least until he's around any other person. As we watch him go from singing loudly and confidently strutting around dancing to mumbling this song under his breath as soon as he gets close to school and any other student. Meanwhile, we see Okarun is also walking to school. My man completely nervous and straight up overthinking, saying good morning to Momo. Okarun being classic Okarun and completely clueless to just how much Momo really likes him, as he sees Momo has been waiting outside of the school for him to arrive. My dude, instead of saying hi to her, decides to completely ignore her, trying to go down the Alpha Chad route apparently like an absolute idiot. Fellas, homies, my dudes, my brothers out there, let me give you a little piece of advice. If you like a girl, especially a girl that you also happen to be friends with, just talk to her, man. Like, I know that Dandadan is a romance comedy anime, a hilarious one at that. And I know that they really want to milk this kind of, will they, won't they relationship between Momo and Okarun. But god damn it, bro, do I just want to grab these two and just shake them silly sometimes? Mainly Okarun. Like, I swear my dude is actively trying to fumble this bag. Momo, being the true alpha of this little relationship, says hi to Okarun, as the nerdy guy looks on in jealousy. In class, we see Okarun chillin' reading his weird paranormal books, the nerdy guy in the back of the class watching him with disdain. At lunch, Okarun goes and tries to find Momo to hang out, while Momo goes and tries to find Okarun. The two, in classic rom-com fashion, keep missing one another, walking past each other several times and going to all of the places they both just were. Meanwhile, the nerdy guy is following Okarun around from a distance. Unable to find each other, both Okarun and Momo sulk. Okarun thinking that Momo is avoiding him and he's just being friend-zoned at best, while Momo thinks that possibly she was too forward. This is when we realize that both of them are sitting maybe, 20 feet from each other, not realizing that the other is there, as both of them continue to mope and sulk, thinking about worst-case scenarios, when in reality they should just talk to each other as they both really like each other. Meanwhile, the weird nerdy guy is sitting across from Okarun the entire time. With lunch almost over, both Momo and Okarun get up, continuing to sulk, trying to walk back to class when they bump into each other, their lips meeting in the most hilarious accidental kiss scene I've ever seen. The nerdy guy looking on in horror, completely stunned. I have to say, as infuriating and oftentimes cringe these scenes were, as I just want to shake both of these characters silly and be like, god damn it, you both like each other, you freaking dumbasses. Just date already and get it over with. These scenes were hilarious, and on top of that, they were hella cute. And I definitely didn't expect the payoff of like this series of funny kind of rom-com scenes to be the two of them accidentally kissing one another. Back in class, the nerdy guy is hella pissed at Okarun, the kid constantly trying to get Okarun's attention by standing in front of him, reading, and then parading around with his Gundam figure. But Okarun completely no-sells him like the true Giga Chad that he is. Finally, the nerdy kid must resort to his secret technique to get Okarun's attention, singing at him. As he declares Okarun is his enemy. The kid not understanding how Okarun is so popular with the girls, especially Momo. Momo then comes bursting into the scene out of nowhere, telling Okarun that she has found his other family jewel. The weird kid hearing Momo talk about family jewels and golden balls, thinking that she's just making raunchy jokes, as he now believes the secret to being popular with girls is, in his words, spicy talk. Suddenly, the class president interrupts Momo and Okarun, as she thinks she is coming to Okarun's defense, asking Momo to leave. The two girls getting in a bit of a catfight with one another, as Momo is definitely not going to take that shit. Meanwhile, Okarun and the nerdy kid can both stand by in shock as they watch these two girls basically fight over Okarun. The nerdy kid butting in, making a weird joke, as again, he believes that spicy talk, aka raunchy jokes, are the way to get popular. Momo responding simply, "Do you want to die?" After school, Momo and Okarun head to the community block where the golden ball was seen. Momo telling Okarun he's become pretty popular now because he's been pretty cool lately. The nerdy kid continues to follow them, wanting to learn the secret technique to Okarun's spicy talk, and wanting to be cool and lovey-dovey with girls like Momo. The boy getting caught following them in the housing complex, when suddenly out of nowhere he gets lifted up off the ground and thrown towards Momo. Okarun transforming, blocking him from hitting Momo, as in the distance they see the floating golden ball. Both of them running after it, dipping and diving through the complex, realizing that something invisible must be holding the ball. This invisible creature fighting them off as they chase it onto the roof. Momo then gets a absolute crazy idea as she tells Okarun to hold on to her, as she jumps off the roof, using her psychic powers to hold on when suddenly the ball slams into them, sending them flying towards the ground. Momo managing to use her powers at the last minute to cushion their fall, but that definitely will leave a few bruises. They then hear the nerdy boy scream in the complex above them, as the two then rush back in to save him. The boy, wanting to be cool, jumps in to help, launching his secret move, his jet stream attack. While this boy is a dork and an idiot, he is not completely useless, as he realizes that whatever this thing is, it's using some kind of cloaking device, and if they look at it from 3 separate angles, they'll actually be able to see it. As once again, all of our characters go chasing the golden ball through the housing complex in a completely hilarious over-the-top scene. Momo reaching out with her powers, grabbing the creature, as Okarun goes full throttle, knocking it out of the building onto the ground. Thank God no one seems to live in this complex, as if they did, their house would now be completely destroyed. They look down, not seeing the golden ball anymore, but a strange kaiju Godzilla-like creature, as they decide to go down and check on it. However, as they walk away, suddenly the creature begins to grow to a colossal size, a true full kaiju Godzilla size, as the creature stands looming over the city. Season 2, Episode 10 of Dandadan coming to an end. And yes, what another absolutely fucking insane episode of this anime. Every time I think that Dandadan can't get any weirder, it can't get any funnier or like more out of the box, just absolutely like absurd and obscene, they continue to shock me and surprise me. This time with the inclusion of this new character who Momo only refers to as the perv, and I will call the nerdy kid, a inclusion of a character that is hilarious. I absolutely love this guy. He is cringe. He is hilarious. He is the straight up like definition of like a fedora wearing milady type like nerdy character, and he is so goddamn funny. This episode really focused on kind of the rom-com elements of Dandadan, as Dandadan kind of morphs through multiple different genres, you know, depending on like what is going on in the episode. But at its core, this anime is very much a rom-com. It is a weird, out-of-the-box romance comedy story of a relationship between 2 unlikely characters, between Momo and Okarun, with very much like classic shonen elements kind of scattered throughout, but at its core, even the shonen elements are there for comedy's sake, as they constantly make fun of like classic shonen tropes in this anime. At its core, it very much is a rom-com. It focuses on the relationship between these 2 characters, the will they, won't they scenarios, and I think that this episode really kind of exudes that, along with the absolute insanity, randomness, and just absurdity out of the box, like nature of the show. That very much is Dandadan. Just when I think I can't love this anime anymore, they hit me with episodes like this that make me be like, nah, I love it even more. While hilarious and as frustrating as like watching this dynamic between these two characters play out, as again, Okarun is such like a little dweeb. He's so like, you know, he's so lacking in confidence and self-awareness. He has no idea just how much this girl really likes him. And I just want to shake him and be like, you freaking idiot. This girl like is very much into you. Just talk to her. It is hilarious watching these, you know, watching this relationship play out. And ultimately they do give us constant payoff in this relationship, which I think makes all of these at times very cringe scenes worth it. As who would have thought that Momo and Okarun would actually be kissing in this episode, even if it was a complete accident, a hilarious accident. And then, of course, in classic Dandadan fashion, they hit us with some more action scenes here in the closing kind of scenes of this episode, this chase, this pursuit of the golden ball, the family jewel, which apparently is seemingly in the stomach of some Godzilla kaiju-like creature, which has now grown to massive size and proportion, towering above the city. What is this, Kaiju 8? I thought we were watching Dandadan. Again, this anime is fantastic. I think there's a really obvious reason why it has become such a popular anime over the last, like, 2 years. And I think a big part of that is just, one, how funny it is, two, how cute and adorable this relationship is between Okarun and Momo, as it's very easy to find yourself sucked into the kind of rom-com elements and wanting to like cheer for these two characters to get together. And three, because it shifts through so many different genres, there's like something within Dandadan as an anime that all anime lovers, all anime fans can enjoy. On top of all that, it is one of the most absurd, random, over-the-top, ridiculous anime I've ever seen, and it feels like you have to tune in every single week just to see what insane thing that Dandadan is going to do. And yes, this was Dandadan Season 2, Episode 10 in a nutshell. Another fantastic, over-the-top, and hilarious episode of Dandadan. This episode, low-key, I think might have been one of my favorite episodes of this season. It was probably, in my opinion, the funniest episode of this season so far. As always, though, guys, with these videos, these are just my thoughts and opinions, so feel free to let me know yours in the comment section down below. Let me know, what did you think of Season 2, Episode 10 of Dandadan? What was your favorite moment? If you did enjoy this video, guys, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, as that is the easiest way to support me, and it really does go a long way in putting this video into the algorithm. If you did like this video, then why don't you check out some of my other anime content on screen now. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Until next time, guys. Peace. Love. Audio.